But this idea that all of these things are intercepting messaging, and all of this stuff is so social in nature. If you look about learning, like awareness is really important. But once people hear about a brand, what are they going to do? They're going to Google, right? And they're going to their peers. They're standing in front of the TV with their device at Best Buy asking people what do they think about that television. So then all of a sudden they learn about it, like, well, okay, I'll think about it, right? Maybe I'm going to buy a new Subaru, right? And so I'll opt into the Subaru's page. Now I've sort of raised my hand. I've said I'm interested. So now we're engaging in a conversation, right? I'm consuming your content. I might be sharing your content and so forth. Eventually I'm going to get down to comparing, right? I want to compare your brand versus another brand. Finally, I'm going to have one final conversation. I'm about to buy that. There's all the different things that they're about to do, and then they'll convert. How much advertising and media did we just see in that behavior? Not much, right? That's a very different world, and it's turning marketers' heads sort of upside down. And I think it's because we hear it all the time. It's like, I feel like I've lost control. And that's the number one thing we hear is, I feel like I've lost control. So a few things that I just sort of want to point out is whether it's mobile or it's social or it's anything, there are three things that are getting in people's way, and I just want to kind of put this out in front of everybody. The first one is that people wait to act. And how many people understand this, especially who are very dependent upon IT departments, right? They say, we're not going to do anything until all the lights are green and the road is straight. The other one that I see a lot is this idea of having a fear of failure. And I always just say that, anything is possible. And I really honestly believe that this sort of behavior of being risk tolerant, people are going to be rewarded for that. Those are the people who are going to move up inside companies these days because there's just no more time to do things slowly anymore. And finally, my favorite one is a fear to lead. You cannot lead the company into the next generation of consumer behavior if you yourself are afraid to get inside of it. The only way to make mobile happen, the only way to make social happen, the same way it was with the web, is that it needs to be an interdisciplinary department. If you can get these people sitting around the table, then you get people who I think the revolution right now in mobile and in social is in product development. The ability to go in and find out how your product or how your service is actually behaving and winning or losing in the marketplace is the opportunity to become better. Consumers are telling you right now how you can be better. We all need to think more like software companies where we iterate all the time, and you base it sort of in a user group mentality. And to me, that's just the most exciting thing that's happening right now. And mobile is just fueling all of it extraordinarily fast.